And she also told detectives that she was aware that the victim was sleeping in the residence when the fire was started. She told detectives she stole the victim's cell phone because she needed one, in her words, and she remains at the Marion County Detention Center, and she'll be transported to Hernando County. She's currently charged with first-degree murder, no bond. She's also charged with arson of an occupied dwelling and a $25,000 bond, and grand theft from a dwelling, and her bond on that is $5,000. So she is currently being charged with that particular homicide and that arson. Detectives had to work really hard on that one as well. She does have several criminal histories, not extensive, but there were a couple arrests for battery, possession of a concealed weapon, criminal mischief, petty theft, and grand theft from a motor vehicle and so forth. And those charges were disposed of previously. Now, our last one I want to talk about is one that occurred just in the last couple days. It happened at a homeless camp. This is a homeless camp that is on US 19. It is a little bit south of North Cliff, a little bit north of the Lowe's. For those who are familiar with it, there's a Lowe's and a Home Depot. It's a little bit north of that. It's on the east side of the road. And we received a call at about on February 11th, just a couple days ago, and we received a call at about 4:20 p.m. Units were dispatched within about 22 seconds. And the first unit actually arrived in that particular situation about 44 seconds after being dispatched. So we had somebody in the area very quickly. Deputies located a victim who was stabbed and started performing first aid. Of course, Hernando County Fire Rescue was right behind us and transported the individual to a trauma center. And deputies developed suspect information. Regina Ritter. This is a picture of Regina. They started canvassing the area, and the canine actually located her bicycle a short distance away. It's important to note that she did not live in this homeless camp. She actually had a house close by, but she had several acquaintances there, including our victim. They weren't in a relationship as we normally think, but they certainly weren't paramours or anything, just acquaintances. And they found her bicycle leaning up against a tree. Fortunately, one of the deputies working the area through good community policing type details was able to contact this individual. He actually had her phone number, was able to contact her, and she said she was in the woods and she was lost. They were able to actually locate her in a wooded area near Hoffman Avenue and Blue Water Avenue, and the investigation revealed that she actually had a writ of bodily attachment for failure to pay child support out of Citrus County. So she was able to be taken into custody under that particular writ of bodily attachment. And after the interview, detectives started conducting a search of Ritter's bag incident to that arrest and located a bloody knife that we believe was used in the stabbing. And the important thing is we had several witnesses there. Again, a lot of interviews had to be done, and we were able to determine that none of the witnesses said that the victim in this case did anything overt. It was not aggressive in any way. They were arguing, but it was totally verbal. And during the altercation, the witnesses said that Ritter actually stabbed the victim. Again, they know each other, they're acquaintances, and the witness statements, of course, were totally opposite from what Ritter was saying as far as what transpired. On February 12th at about 5 o'clock in the morning, unfortunately, the victim in this case was pronounced deceased at the hospital. He had some pretty significant injuries in the chest area, and they were not able to save him at the hospital. So after working with the state attorney's office, Ritter was charged with manslaughter regarding the stabbing and was held on a $30,000 bond. Now, we did serve a search warrant at her house, and we did obtain additional evidence. and an autopsy, of course, was completed by the medical examiner's office, and the results on that are pending. The case is still being investigated. Now, in this particular case, with Ritter, she had an extensive criminal history, and I won't go over all of it, but she has aggravated battery,